All right, everyone, here we go with the Soulmate Journey reading. One deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. Somebody said, hey, Steve, can you switch up the decks a little bit? Maybe it'll come out differently. Okay, that's fine. I do this occasionally. It must have been a new person. That's fine. I'll switch them up. Look, now we got a Rider Waite used for the DF, and the deck I normally use for the DF is over here on the DM side. Pretty cool. I mean, it should be totally different, right? It should come out completely different. Yeah, no, it's going to be about the same shit. Okay, I mean, just randomly at the bottom. That's what I've got. I've got a tower over here, and I got a fucking 7 of Pentacles over here. I think the DF side is coming into its own. There's a little divine timing working on the DF side, and it's throwing a monkey wrench into somebody's plans over here. That's what I think. That's what I feel. There's nothing to do too much. A little bit to do with those cards, but really that's just what I feel. That's the energy that's here. Let's shuffle for the DF with the new deck. Okay. Maybe they get something bad today. Okay. All right. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you failed Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking time lord. Okay? I'm not. So there's a whole playlist of these. We've been doing this Soulmate Journey stuff since July of 2021, I believe. And we've been tracking this sucker, right? Just flowing down the river. On the DF side, the environmental energy. The deck blew up, made me stop shuffling. It's 2 cups. It's beautiful. The environmental energy around the DF is balanced. I feel like it's divine timing. I feel like you got divine protection over here. It's balanced. It might be a new partnership. It could be an opportunity coming. I don't know. It's beautiful. I mean, whenever I look at that, I mean, I know what it is, but whenever I look at it, I think maybe you're going to join a biker gang pretty soon. I don't know. You'll get your ink, they say, right? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Or is that prison? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been to prison or in a biker gang, so I wouldn't know. All right, here we go. Queen of Pentacles. What did I say? I knew that wasn't going to be anything bad. Here you are. You're coming into your own. You're joining. They're letting you in the gang. Okay? I mean, I could hear your bike revving up right now. I could hear it. Whatever it is, there you go. That is beautiful. Whoever suggested I switch decks up for one of these readings, every DF watching this right now should thank them. Say, thank you. Oh my goodness. Right? Yeah. Okay. So now, taking that person's suggestion, I'm not exactly Mr. Suggestion Box, but if somebody is adamant, I'm telling you right now, if you switch decks, you'll see that it'll be different. Okay. Right? We're going to use the deck that's usually for the DF for the DM. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. Queen of Pentacles and the... oh, you know what? I'm not shuffling on them yet. Never mind. You know what? I am. I'm just going to keep going. We're going to go this way. We're going to do this one a little different. What the hell? We switched decks, so we might as well. DM side. What do they get? Give me a comparison, a side by side. Okay. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Well, this is very nice energy. This is a lot of opportunities coming your way. A balanced environmental energy around you can only be good things. It really can. If it does involve a motorcycle, it's going to be running real smooth. Be careful. I had a motorcycle for a while. When they're running real smooth, you tend to go real fast, right? All right, here we go. Careful about that. They're more dangerous now than they used to be. And I don't mean that the bikes are faster and so they're more dangerous. No, the bikes are just as fast as they've ever been. They're always pretty quick, right? I remember a kid in high school had one of those ninjas, right? That thing was fast. 0 to 60 in like 2-point-something seconds. It was unfucking real. I mean, you just grab onto it, you could feel the G-forces. No, it's just people don't pay attention as much as they used to. People are worse drivers now. It was always dangerous to drive a motorcycle. Now it's worse because people are on their cell phones texting and all that kind of stuff. They got to keep their 5 Instagram followers up to date on what they're doing, right? Talk to their friend Janelle. So they're even more dangerous because human beings cannot multitask. All right? Anyway, I'm just saying, be careful. That's all. People don't drive as good as they used to, and they never drove very well. All right. DM side. Well, what's the base energy? Somebody. It's funny. It's fucking hilarious. Here's the Empress crossing the Eight of Wands. The environmental energy around this person is an undying need to reach out to this person in this reading. This is a you versus them reading, and you are on their mind, in their heart, in their soul, and I got 8 wands here, forward motion communication. Somebody here, this side is reaching out to this side, and that brings this over here as 2 soulmates coming together. And this right here, the Queen of Pentacles, proves it because she's sitting there. People go to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles does not get up off that throne, right? She's permanently constipated. She just stays on the fucking throne. At the end of the day, that's how it comes out. That's why it doesn't matter what deck I use, okay, for the record. All right, let's go. Let's clarify. Let's use the little, well, I would normally use the little animal deck over here. I won't. I'll use it over here. I will use the light seer, which I would normally use over here. Okay, so let's see where we go. Queen of Pentacles, why is it here? I would say I would expect some sudden communication from whoever this is. I don't know who it is. It could be your runner. Might be. I don't know. I don't know that it feels... I don't know that it feels like banging. It feels more like somebody's coming to you for counsel or advice, or you've gone through something that this person is now going through and they want your input, kind of a thing. It could be that. If it is a romantic connection, Jesus, I don't know. I wouldn't count on a hot night. You know, I wouldn't count on the neighbors complaining. Let's put it that way. Queen of Pentacles, why is it here? Take them for a ride on your motorcycle, I guess, if they show up. You got your ink or your patch or whatever they do in those little things. I don't know. I've never been a joiner. The High Priestess. It's crossing the center card I'm going to pull, and it's red with this. Wow. This is some powerful energy. If it is a biker gang, it's a real powerful one. I wouldn't fuck with them. All right, what's on top? The Knight of Pentacles. Really? What's the center? Crossed by this High Priestess. We'll get there, don't worry. 5 of Swords. Yeah, I think this person's having a problem, and they're coming to you for help for it. They think that this is like the Oracle on the Hill type energy, right? The Oracle. You go and see the Oracle, and she tells you things. You know, it's a bit of that. I think somebody here has a problem that you can help them with, but I think it annoys you that they come, assuming most of you are the DF side, which is what my channel attracts. This is you, this is them. I think it annoys you that they come in. It's good of you to help. You know that it's good of you to help this person. Okay? It is. It's good to help people. But in some way you hurt yourself by doing it. Okay? I don't know how or why. It could play out 100 ways. Maybe you're an energy reader like me. It costs a lot of energy to read energy. So I only help people that I think it's worth me spending some of my tank of energy, because it does not refill. There are no gas stations. Right? So, you know, that's why I always tell people with this channel, if you don't want to be here, don't be here, please. The energy you save will be mine. You know, I mean, seriously. It's for the people that want to be here. Well, it's red with the Knight of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. Now, that was at the bottom of your deck, right? When I first picked it up, that was the random card. I said, you're divinely guided. You feel like you have to help this person. You feel like it's inevitable that you will, you do. You always felt like this was coming. You felt like a prophecy. It feels to you like a prophecy is being fulfilled when this person reaches out. You knew this day would come. And at the end of the day, it bothers you a little bit. It costs you something. All right? It's a victory, but it's bittersweet. Okay? All right. Okay. That's nice. All right. Let's do the... no, I said we would do the deck. I did... The deck. This is the deck I would normally clarify the DF with. This is the deck I would normally clarify the DM with. So we're doing the flip-flop. And I went all out and got the DF a brand new deck that we don't usually use instead of the Light Seer. So mostly because I can't find Large light seer deck. I don't know where it is. Around somewhere at the bottom. The bottom of the deck is the goat with its feet on fire. It's the devil. The devil. Redwood, whatever, is the center card here, and the Empress. This person is obsessed. I said you're in their heart, you're in their soul, you're in their mind, you're in their urine, you're everywhere. Everywhere. They're obsessed with you. Unreal. I got the fire here, I got the fire there. You're the only reason this person exists. I can go that far. I can take the imagery that far. It's the way the energy feels. Whoever this energy is, right now, whatever this they need to talk to you about, you knew it was coming. It's eye rolling for you. Whatever it is they need to talk to you about, you knew they'd go through it someday, right? Might have read your story about it, or know that you knew about it, or know that you did it, or whatever it is, you knew the day was coming. They are absolutely consumed with coming to talk to you. And I know you could feel it coming. You'll feel it coming. You will. Top card, Eight of Wands, communicate. It is up to their free will. It's minor arcana. Okay? But Six of Swords. They need to fix something. What did I say? Rewind. It's from choppy water to smooth things out. That's what I'm saying. They need to smooth something out. Six of Swords. Wow. Center card, 10 Wands. What did I say? You're heavy on their mind. Wasn't I saying that with that basically what I was saying? You're heavy on their mind. You're all they can think about. You're in their heart. You're in their soul. Heavy on their mind, 10 Wands. Crossed by that devil. That is obsession on crack. What's red with the Six of Swords? They got to straighten something out. Three of Pentacles. This person is in a fucking bind. This person's trying to rebuild their world. This person needs to rebuild on a solid structure. They might be getting divorced, for example, and you've been through a divorce. It's just an example. Just catch my drift. That's all you have to do. Don't be like, it's not for me, Steve. No divorce. Just back off. Let's say, for example, hypothetically, this person's getting a divorce. You've already been through a divorce. They got to rebuild on a solid structure. You know how to do that. They want the cheat sheet. You follow? They're obsessed with it. It's probably not that. It's probably something else. I have no idea. This could be an ex. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. You definitely have a soul connection with them. Let's have the universe tell us whatever else it wants to tell us. All right? Let's see. I don't know if it wants to talk about this, or I might want to talk about your connection. I have no idea. But you are definitely their angel. How about that? Right there. Okay. Let's go. Holy fucking hell. Okay, let me move these up on camera. Somebody keeps moving my damn camera. All right. I'm missing a deck of cards. My camera moved. I'm going to check these guitars after this reading and make sure they're off to my right. Make sure nobody been playing them. I'm telling you. I'll know. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go. 3 cards and a crossing card. Fucking hell. It's eye-rollingly predictable. Doesn't matter what deck I chose. I could take some Post-it notes. Pink ones and yellow ones, right? Pink ones and green ones. Pink ones and blue ones. Draw little stick figures on them that represent something, apply meaning, and I'd get the same shit. It doesn't matter. I was pulling on this soulmate cycle long before I got to YouTube. I pulled on the last one offline. I never thought of starting a YouTube channel. Here we are, pulling it in front of you. People want me to jump through hoops, so try this. Try this deck. Honestly, the shit's not made. This is the easiest cycle to pull on in many respects. The energy is right there. Unfucking real. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups. That's crossing the center card. You are soulmate. It wants to talk about your connection. I knew it fucking would. Because I don't know why. I don't think it's a family member. I think this is an ex or a runner. It keeps coming up that way in recent readings too. This is a soulmate. I want to say more about that 6 of Cups. I do. There's a 3 of Cups, a 6 of Pentacles, and an 8 of Wands. I don't think I think this is an excuse to come talk to you to go deeper in the connection. Okay? Or to get you back. Okay? That's what I think. That's the environmental energy. What I think really doesn't matter, but that's the way the energy feels. Okay? 10 Cups. 10 swords. Jesus. What's red with 10 cups? The devil again. The devil again. You got a soul I said, holy shit, when that came out. You got a soul contract with this person. Your job, I know you're not going to like me for saying this. I don't really care, I guess. Whatever. I'm not going to be. I got to face facts. I'm not going to be Rainbow Unicorn Tarot. All right? Okay, fine. It'd be fun to be Rainbow Unicorns, and I could give away cupcakes and things. Anyway, your job is kind of to make this person's happy. You're their fixer. I have connections like this. I call it in my notebooks a fixer connection, as Coinky Dink would have it. You're a fixer. Well, bit by bit lately, the different types of connections have been rolling in the soulmate cycle, and you've been learning about some of the different titles or names or categories I give them in my notebooks that I keep. Tracking energies, tracking cycles, tracking people like some kind of Carrie from Homeland lunatic. But at the end of the day here, you're a fixer. In a fixer relationship, there's someone who fixes things, you, and someone who always seems to have a problem, right? Them. The connection never really goes that's why I read it this way. The connection never really goes that deep. It stays fairly superficial. Proof of that, Knight of Wands, in and out energy. Right when it starts to get deep, it goes away, because once the fixer fixes the problem, the other energy fades away. It gets distracted. It's easily distracted by other things. The fixer, okay. You get intense conversations with this person while you're fixing the issue. 3 of Cups, you go pretty deep. 3 is a powerful number in the universe. And you're giving to this connection, you think, wow, this is great. I can't wait to see what's next in this connection, and it's gone. It's history. Why? Because this energy is easily distracted. I got a second devil here. I mean, it is what it is. It's easily distracted. And then what happens is you fix the problem and the fixation goes away and this energy drips off. It's a pseudo runner. It's a false runner. They're not really running. It's just the nature of their energy. I don't know who this is to you. It could be a friend, a family member, an ex. I don't know. But you would know. You're the one who always fixes their problems. Okay? But if you're like, well, I don't have anybody like that, Steve, then this is future influence for you. Or it's the universe showing you something of who you used to be and who you might be again very soon. It could go either way. Either way, for a good number, a fixer connection is moderately common. Okay? It requires, it doesn't matter which side is which. Sometimes the DM is the fixer. It doesn't matter. But it requires a moderately high EQ. Not necessarily an IQ, but a high EQ. So the person with the higher EQ, emotional quotient, right? A genius emotional quotient is usually the one who fixes the things. The other one fixates. And of course, with the light attention span, you can imagine it's lower vibration. It is what it is. You have a contract to do this. Your contract is to make this person okay, is to make everything okay, to fix the boo-boos. You have a contract to fix the boo-boos. Okay? That's what you do. It's a fixer connection. It's a classic. And I can't believe we're already at the point in the soulmate cycle, in this cycle, where the fixers are coming in. That's mind-blowing. I'm not even sure what it means. Why? Because, again, I've been studying soulmate cycles since I was a little kid, and I figured out there was a fucking cycle. Usually the fixer connections activate, heat up, get real jumpy in the final stages of a soulmate cycle. Okay? The very, 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 very final stages. Like the last 6 months of it or something. I have never seen it show up just past the middle. So I'm not sure what that means. It could mean that the DM side is having a crisis of faith right now, which wouldn't surprise me based on recent readings I've pulled. It'll be interesting to see what happens in my monthly overview, which I'm going to pull tomorrow for the month of March, which I'll start your Zodiac fly-through on Sunday. I put up some social media posts about that, so check that out. Both Facebook and Twitter, I believe. Either way, it could mean a lot of things. We'll have to see how it plays out. But this is a fixer connection. Classic. Plain and simple. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.